Holy that was fun. It is 2:30 in the afternoon on July the 15th. I actually have a gig to play this evening with a blues group called Ron and the Rump Shakers. Fun guys. Spiel's Tavern. It's out past Murraysville near Latrobe. And there are a couple really great water spots in that area. So I'm going to check out Loyalhanna Lake today. Thing is, I got up to a late start. Original idea was to wake up early, be up there all day. Well, Pittsburgh Water Authority decided to do a little bit of screwing around on my block, particularly my block, so I had no water. So I had to come all the way back to the South Hills where my family lives. My parents got a shower there, and my dad went out, got something to eat. So that's where I'm at right now. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to reach Loyalhanna by 4 p.m. Also universally known as the coolest part of the day and the best time for fish to bite. And here's another shocking revelation. YouTube actually gave me some information regarding the people that are actually watching this channel. Check this out. The age demographic is right where I expected, with people around my age, give or take 10 years, hovering to the channel. But here's where it really gets surprising to me. I just can't believe that many more men are watching this channel than women. But regardless, my name's Jake Workmeister, and I love fishing. Wait, hold on. No, we're not doing that for this video today. But out of curiosity, does this keep track of how many quesaritos I've eaten? Cool. Okay. I'm up by the dam. You can't drive down. It's restricted access to the outflow. But they have a walking trail to get down there, which ain't no big deal to me. Future Jake here. Just remember that I said this as I sit here laughing maniacally. Water level looks pretty low, but I'm no expert on this area, so it's all new to me. So I actually ordered a whole bunch of Ned rig jig heads. think I'll have some good luck with those today. I'm expecting, maybe some bass, but you never know what else you could catch in an outflow like this. And we'll try the spillway, because I'm a good sport and like losing lures. If that doesn't work, we'll move downstream a little bit. Allegedly, fishing is pretty difficult here. This is the Loyalhanna Creek. It's a tributary to the Kiski River. All tributaries to the Allegheny. I'm not usually out this way, nor do I fish them too often. That's a really steep walking trail. Bathroom's up at the top of the hill, so if I need to make a run for it, well, we're hiding behind a bush and using the spillway, gosh darn it. Good news is they're not really letting much out of the dam right now. It's advantageous where it's not blowing around your lure like crazy, knocking it downwind. Hopefully I could get some actual water access. I hate staying up at the top of the dam and trying to fish down, because I do catch something worth substance. It's a lot more stress on the fish that way. I got 20-pound braid, so I can deadlift them if I want, but in most cases. And let's look for access points. By the way, if you're fishing near a spillway, take that sign at face value. You hear that siren, you get out of there. Of course, they have guys monitoring. They're not just gonna blindside you. Oh, this is pretty. That's all shallow right there. Probably gonna have the best luck near the deepest sections by climbing over those rocks. That area is pretty good too. See, what I'm looking for, the fast, rapid moving water isn't really that much of an ideal target. You could find some fish hiding under the rocks there, but basically they like staying around the outskirts of all the high flow. They're getting enough aerated water where they're active and happy. They're not getting overwhelmed by the current. By the way, wet rocks equals slippery. Yeah. Checking to see how slippery. Actually, it's not too bad. Still, want to watch my step. I am in one of the only venues where I could legitimately show up in camo like I plan to tonight. I love that about the place. But I don't want to show up smelling like a wet fish in camo. But yeah, we're at a very steep access point right here, so this is good. Let's see how it does. Brought the bigger net with me just as a contingency. I went crazy with the soft plastics at both Walmart and Amazon. One thing I love Walmart's prices. They got a great selection. One thing I'm going to criticize, their jig head selection is pretty lackluster at best. But they have all the lures needed to actually put them on the jigs, so that's a plus. Get half your shopping done at least. If you want to see something real cool like Indiana Jones level, that siren going off, watch how fast I run out of here. With it's been a severe, we're not in a drought stage yet, but it's rain's been slow the past couple weeks, so I don't think that they're going to do anything crazy today. But usually when they sound it off, you got a couple minutes before you are in trouble. And like I said, they have a whole staff that pays attention to this stuff, just as the river guys do. All the locks and dams along the Allegheny, Ohio, Monongahela, they're paying attention to guys like me, warning us when things are going to get dangerous. So if you happen to be one of those workers watching, thank you. I know you get a lot of kids that do a lot of stupid stuff out here, and you have to warn them off, and your work doesn't go unnoticed, and it is appreciated. One thing I didn't get a chance to do all week, first aid kit is now going in my backpack. And we're ready to fish. I'm going to go just weedless, well, not weedless, the weightless yum worm start out. See what's hitting that and then adjust accordingly. One thing I noticed by watching second GoPro, which I did bring with me, I didn't bring it down here. Shame on me. But watching how I was actually jigging, I was staying up a lot higher in the water line than I thought I was. So there are reasons for that, basically because of that tree I was trying to avoid, and yeah, you see that current's trying to pull me out. It's the same situation. You could only see in this type of water maybe a good 1-2 feet. Then it disappears, and I had all those fish, just like this, rock formations, everything. I had all those fish, tiger muskie, standard muskie, bass, bluegill, rock bass, perch. They were all right under my feet. So I'm going to try this just to get my a feel for the land here. And then I'm going to switch over to a Ned rig jig because I think I'm going to need a little bit of that extra weight. Yeah, rocks could be the bane of an angler's existence. They're great because there's a lot of things living in those rocks. They're terrible in that getting anywhere hooked around them, it's going to slice right through your line. You're going to lose your rig. It's the other reason why I stocked up on soft plastics today. But the bite on a sunny, warm day like this, it's about 80 degrees. It's actually pretty pleasant, all things considered. This time of the year, the bite really slows down. Yeah, it took me all day to coerce that bass. Well worth the effort, but it was a struggle for me and for everyone else there. Like I said, I only got about 2 hours down here today, fortunately, but make the best of it. If I don't catch anything here, there will be a part 2. So my understanding is the bite is usually pretty slow down here. But the rocks are hitting pretty hard. So I now know that that's an obstacle right there. I love that. It's bouncing right off those rocks. Oh, this is nice. It's real flat rock, so whenever I get hung up on it, I just bounce it and get it right out of there. Yeah, you'll notice, I do it as a courtesy to the fishermen around me. Whenever I'm in an area with a lot of fishermen, I try to keep my mouth shut so they could enjoy the sounds of the water, nature, don't have to listen to me yapping. Could add everything in post and still get my points across. I make a pretty good mental note of as to what the episode is going to be, even before I'm editing. It's like, okay, you were out here for this many hours, you remember these specific things happening, then it's just a matter of finding them on film, going through what I was thinking at the time. Hopefully do it in an interesting way. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing already. Oh, got something coming right here. That is a carp, common carp. You can see him probably about 10 feet away from my pool. Swimming back to the direction of my lure. I never caught a carp on a jig. No, there is no jig head on here. Never caught a carp on a fake worm before, I'll put it that way. I do have buddies that catch them on jigs, usually smaller ones, I'd imagine. Things, flies. Grab them when they come up to the surface. But yeah, now you got proof. There's life in here. Okay. Back with the little Ned rig. These are 1 10-ounce. See how this hops along here. Cool. This is basically what I was doing with these into weed beds earlier in the year, except I was using what do you call it? Shaky head jigs and minnow head. They worked. Take a look at that current there. It's like a whirlwind effect, or whirlpool rather. Jeez, that was fast. Well, there we have it. Oh. That's what we got. Now that he, of course, the most aggressive of all species, the baby smallmouth. Okay, buddy. You know, this fish looks oddly familiar to a meme I've seen. Yep, that's the one. Say hi to the camera for a second. He's like, nah, I'm out. So, not the prettiest fish I ever caught, but proves my point about these. In this whole situation, if you're using a weightless worm and swim baits, the current is actually pulling it up. Hey, remember the rock? There it goes. The current is bouncing it around, pulling it up, pushing it above the strike zones, and these fish are trying to keep down lower in their little holes so that they are avoiding all this current. And they're quite comfortable down there. That's the idea. They want the aerated, oxygenated, aerated water. But they don't want to be fighting against that current all day. It's like trying to swim in a wave pool. So far I'm dodging these rocks pretty good down here, so I'm happy about that. So far that Ned rig going down there was winning the day. We're gonna, oh, for crying out loud, man. Come on, man. Turn my back on him, I'll have to check the camera, see what the heck that was. Oop, maybe I won't have to check. He's coming to me. Oh, robbed. Whatever it was hit me. He most definitely hit me. So the lesson here is never turn your back on a fish. So what was the mystery fish? Ned rig going down there was winning the day. We're gonna, oh, for crying out loud, man. Come on, man. Reveal slow motion. Common carp. Wonder what it was. We'll get to check the film. I might do that right now since I just started a new video file. See if we can get him to come back again. Got him. Not what I was expecting, and I don't think that that's what jumped out there. You're too small. Pretty bluegill. Not bad. 7 inches, give or take. Okay. Not skunked. Pretty thing. Actually, it's a green sunfish. Actually, I apologize for misidentifying fish from time to time. These polarized lenses, it's sometimes really tricky to tell what's going on right in front of you. They're good at identifying things underwater, but the colorations of scales sometimes get bleached out. So things like a crappie can look like a white bass and so on. Now here comes the fun part. Climbing back up that hill after getting through this wet rocky area, hopefully not taking a spill. Getting back up to my car, driving 4.5 miles away, unloading a pedal board, a tenor saxophone, a music stand, an iPad, grabbing a beer and getting everything gig ready in 45 minutes. Awesome little spot. If I had more time, would have gone to that little pool right there. Fortunately, I don't. A little shallow there, but there's still probably some lunkers just close to the surface. Now's a good time to go back into the way back machine. Remember when I said you can't drive down, it's restricted access to the outflow, but they have a walking trail to get down there, which ain't no big deal to me. So we're going to watch Ain't No Big Deal coming back up the hill. Oh, that looked a lot less steep when I was coming down it. Oh look, a Ford Fusion parked right there. I got one of those. Probably could have parked it there. They would have thought it was theirs. But I respect signs. While I'm climbing this hill, I have a heart attack halfway up. Just remember, I respected the sign. Restricted access, authorized personnel only. If anyone catches this footage, make sure that's on my epitaph. It's at this point that I understand why these benches are here. You see, this is for everyone to basically camp out, almost like you're climbing Everest, so you can make a go at the rest of the hill the next day. I wonder why I don't see any old guys coming down here.
consider this a public service announcement. I'm not particularly out of shape and do a lot of running in my day-to-day life. This is what this hill is doing to me. So take that as a warning before thinking about coming out here.
Holy sh**. That was fun.
Piece of cake. So let that be a lesson. Why I drink a ton of Gatorade before even coming out here. You find yourself in a situation like that, my calf, also at the very least, could have cramped up. So electrolytes and plenty of fluids to keep everything balanced. Onwards. Selling things, having sales. That's going to do it for me. And actually just remembered that we're playing Spiel's Tavern again this upcoming Saturday, which puts me in the same area. There's no less than 5 separate lakes in that area, immediate like 10-mile radius. So I'm going to be picking another one I haven't been to yet. It's not Keystone. So till next time, keep on fishing.